Okay. Testing broadcast. Stand by. Oh dear. Okay. Hello. Welcome, Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Managed to get that out. And we're going to do a live reaction again. This time, a live reaction, but I'm still going to edit it in case there's any jokes at the end. Because I've got to add the intro and all that. Belagi. Is that? No, I didn't know that was off. Okay. Why am I here again? Hello, Sparrow. Yes, you like the Grimdark Grimdark stuff. Okay, let's get started. I should really get another drink, actually. I've already eaten my food, but I'm okay. I've got a strong stomach. I'm gonna get a drink. In the meantime, I will be back. And stand by. Don't fall, Fluttershy. It's all about you, you know. hello, we've got comments. Somebody, let me get. Is this a relief of Tony Stark? He has no idea. Even though the story. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Just gonna make sure Sweetie Row is activated. Okay. Okay, let's get started. We're ready. I'm just gonna. Where is it? There it is.
Warning. The following read.
Oh, I just did a little test there, so we can get on with the thing. So it's best to move the display and move the program aside so I can actually see the content subs. Right. Now the guys have a version of the My Little Pony Grimdark reading called Butterflies, My Little Pony Fanfic Reading. It is 21 minutes and 39 seconds long. One take. I love one takes. Not like the last one. Oh god, the last one. That took a bit of a dialogue to say. Yeah. Right. One take. Okay. Yes, butterflies. I've heard stories about this in terms of it's very graphic. It doesn't make sense, apparently. Even Sparrows of the Bird doesn't. Even Sparrows of the Bird doesn't. Even Sparrow of the Bird say it doesn't make sense. Oh, sorry, he's not a bird, he's a pony. No, he's a pony, he's technically a human. Okay, get Sweet Belle. No, she won't come now. Get Apple Bloom, please. And as I said, the T word, you will go across once I said the word T word. Yes, this is a Fluttershy-based video by the Lost Narrator. Hey! Got that correct! Lost the Narrator. No. Oh dear. 3, 2, 1. You're about to die! Let's join the story, shall we? Okay, butterflies. I've got that wrong. Okay, butterflies. We butterfly along now. Sorry, Apple Bloom. Really am sorry. Let's get this reaction started in 3, in 2, in 1, go.
Warning. The following reading contains subject matter that some listeners might find disturbing.
Yes.
Listener discretion is advised.
Oh yes, let's go. This is old! I haven't seen no old content as such.
I brought cupcakes!
Pinky dropped the picnic basket onto the ground and jumped around Fluttershy in ecstatic joy. The yellow Pegasus looked away bashfully.
That is good bloody artwork.
You didn't have to. You always make the best cupcakes, though.
The pink party pony giggled
I
and
won't
held up
trust
the white
Pinkie
lemon
Pie,
frosted
though.
treat.
Even when it is cupcakes.
Here, I made this one just for you. I just
What is
know
a
you're
secret?
going to love
What
it.
is its secret
Fluttershy
ingredient?
smiled gently and took a shy sniff at the cupcake.
It looks delicious. I'll save it for later, if you don't mind. I want to
Aw.
savor every bite. Come.
Something
Fluttershy
sweet
turned
to
around
bite.
and walked inside. Pinkie picked up the basket of cupcakes and followed, jumping around eagerly.
Oh, you said you wanted to show me something? What is it? What is it? Is it inside?
Fluttershy
don't know.
led the jumping pony into her cozy cottage. It was a wonderful
Jumping
sunny
pony is
day,
more like
and the cottage
breaking
was full
fourth
of
wall
life as
pony.
small critters ran in and out of the windows, doors, and holes, playing and frolicking in the warm summer air, while birds were singing in the rafters.
The
Pinkie
lost
spun around and
narrator's
around, almost falling
raspy
over on her
voice.
hooves in excitement. Fluttershy stopped in front of a stone oven. Pinkie tilted her head.
The oven? You want to bake?
Fluttershy chuckled softly.
Yeah.
Of course not, Pinkie. I knew
Hello,
I could
Sweet
count on
Belle.
you to bring something to eat, even if you didn't have to. Hold on.
The
Yeah.
Pegasus ruffled her feathery wings a little and pushed against the side of the heavy oven. With a slow grating noise, the oven slid to the side, revealing a secret trap door beneath.
There's a
Pinkie
trap
stared
door.
with wide eyes.
Oh, super secret sliderific spaces! What's
What?
down there? Is it a secret superhero lair? Are you a secret superhero?
Fluttershy opened the trap door, revealing a flight of stairs.
I would make a terrible
I didn't know
superhero, don't
Fluttershy
you
had a
think,
secret
Pinkie?
staircase.
Just imagine.
The yellow Pegasus lowered her head, ears as far back as they could go, and a perfectly
It
good
was only
imitation
2014
of her
though,
usual
wasn't it?
timid self.
It's not really that long ago, really.
Excuse me, Mr. Mugger. I'm sorry.
More 7
Would
years
you be
ago,
so
really.
kind as to not beat up that old mare? You know,
It's
if
getting a
you
bit
wouldn't
darker
mind.
now. It's getting darker.
Pinkie snorted and fell over on her side in laughter.
It's always a trap.
You're so silly.
Fluttershy blushed
Is it
and
Pinkie Pie's
gestured
fault?
for the stairs.
Okay. Here we go. So dark.
The two ponies walked down the old stairs. Fluttershy was leading the way. A musty old smell wafted up at them from below. They came to a
Is
heavy
it
wooden
Spectre?
door.
Or Spectrum?
Fluttershy paused in front of it and turned to Pinkie.
I want to show you something, Pinkie. It is
What?
my most prized collection. I don't show it to many ponies,
Is
but
it
I want
the
to
head?
share with you because you're special.
The yellow Pegasus blushed again.
Oh my
And it
god!
would make me so happy to know that you like it too.
Pinkie gave Fluttershy a friendly pat on the mane.
Fluttershy looks menacing there.
I will.
Fluttershy pushed the door open and allowed Pinkie to walk inside. Pinkie
Normally,
didn't notice
it's
Fluttershy
Pinkie
locked the
Pie
door behind
leading
them
into the
as
trap,
she gazed
not
down the
Fluttershy
dark,
leading
winding
Pinkie
tunnel
into the
before
trap.
her.
Wow, Fluttershy, it's kind of...
No, it's the hallways, hallways,
Fluttershy walked up
hallways,
beside Pinkie
hallways,
and smiled at her.
hallways.
Oh yes, it has to be. You don't want to disturb the little critters. Come on.
Pinkie looked at Fluttershy as the yellow Pegasus trotted along.
Shit.
Critters?
Pinkie followed, her usual eagerness
Is she
a little
holding a
muted
is
by
she
the
holding the
ambience.
butterfly there?
Up ahead, Fluttershy stopped and turned to Pinkie,
Oh.
looking expectantly at the pink pony. Pinkie trotted up to her and stopped, her eyes drawn to the alcoves on both sides.
Oh.
Huge clusters of cocoons hung from the walls and ceilings of the recesses.
Are we in
Pinkie
the
edged a
Are we
little
in the
away
cave then?
from the silky conglomerations.
Don't be afraid. Not too long now, and they'll break free of their protective shells and greet the day as beautiful butterflies.
Pinkie smiled a little uncertainly.
You butterfly! You butterfly!
Fluttershy beamed happily.
I knew you'd understand. Come on, there's much more.
Fluttershy
I know.
led on down the
Butterflies
tunnel and stopped
known for being
at
in the
another
dark.
set of
I thought
alcoves
that was bats
where a
only.
larger gathering of larvae were crawling all over each other. Some of them had begun to form cocoons.
Oh my, these are almost done feeding.
Is
Now
that
they're
sound
beginning their
effect
slow
like seasoned
metamorphosis.
bacon or something?
It's spectacular.
Or is it sunset?
Don't you agree?
Pinky bit her lip and tried to
Do
stay
you
exactly in the
agree?
middle of the tunnel, as far away from the creepy crawlies as possible.
Feeding?
Fluttershy nodded enthusiastically.
Yes.
Of course. Every living thing needs to feed. Come, I'll show you.
Pinky backed away slowly.
It's alright. We could go eat cupcakes.
Pinky's scared? That's not like
Fluttershy stopped and looked back at Pinky with a hurt look.
Come on, Pinky. I wanted this to be special.
Pinky felt a stab of
Aw.
guilt. Fluttershy had decided to show Pinky her secret passion because she hoped Pinky would understand and that she would like it too. Pinky took a deep breath
But it
and
sounds
continued on,
like it's not going
trying
to
to
be right
put a smile
in the
on
head.
for Fluttershy. She didn't want to let down a friend, even if it
Yeah.
was a little creepy and filled with crawlies down
Where's
here.
logic and ponies in
They
general?
were just
like
insects.
holding
nothing more.
holding cups with
Once
the
it was
hooves.
all over, they could go out
See,
and
you know,
laugh in
that's
the
hard.
sunlight, and it would all be good fun. Pinky
Fun.
tried to not look at the
Fun,
inhabitants
fun,
she
fun,
knew would be
fun.
in the next alcoves. She tried to smile and
What is
pretend that it was
alcoves?
all
What is
greatly
alcoves?
fascinating, while keeping her eyes on the floor. But the Pegasus insisted
Where are you
on
getting the
making
light from
Pinky
then?
look.
If it's dark downstairs.
Pinky glanced at the alcoves on her left, trying to shut off her mind. It could be easy.
Shut.
She did it so often. But she couldn't stop staring now. Her eyes had locked themselves upon something of which her screaming mind refused to acknowledge. From the crawling mass of creepy things, something stuck out. Pinky's voice broke. A pathetic muffled scream was all that came from her mouth at the sight of a bloody hoof. Flesh peeled
It's
off
not every
from the
day
bone.
it's
She
Fluttershy
stumbled
leading
back,
someone into a
wide
trap.
eyes
or
moving
ponies
back
into
and
a
forth
trap.
between the gruesome object and the yellow Pegasus. Fluttershy gave her a broken look, her large cyan eyes pleading at her.
I thought you'd like my collection. I thought you'd understand.
Pinky shrank and cowered before the Pegasus,
What
unable
is your
to turn away
collection?
from her gaze.
Is it
I thought
Rose's
you were my
collection?
friend, Pinky.
The party pony felt her heart sink, her mind
The
crash.
camera is making the lights.
She looked down in shame.
Oh, Fluttershy. Oh, breaking the fourth wall, is it?
Sorry, Fluttershy.
She heard herself say, and saw herself almost as if in a dream, standing and following the other pony.
Stand by. I need to get a... It's a Grimdark reading. Stand by. No. Launch Alexa. Oh, come on. Right.
Beamed happily.
I knew you'd understand. Oh, I have so much to show you. You'll love it, and it'll be so special.
Think of someone special. What's with the fucking
Pinky's
music?
mind reeled in horror as the two ponies continued through the tunnel. Every step, she wanted to turn around and run, to find some pony,
It feels
any
like
pony
the
else,
Slender Man is gonna be right
to
behind
find
them.
sunlight and safety. But her legs did not answer, and her eyes gazed involuntarily at the
You mean
gruesome
hoof?
sight as they
Legs and
paused
hoofs?
at another pair
Or
of
is it all
alcoves.
hooves?
Little white grubs crawling all over the remains of a minty unicorn, burrowing in and out of the rotting flesh hanging from her bones. Nothing remained to the identity of the unicorn,
Okay.
but Pinky couldn't help but be reminded of a sweet nightly tunes of a lyre. When had she
Lyre.
last heard it? It seemed like long ago now that she thought about it.
Cupcakes?
Fluttershy's voice barely registered in Pinky's shrieking mind.
Isn't it wonderful? All this new life springing from the old one big cycle is just beautiful.
It was sickening.
Very
Pinky's
sickening.
stomach churned, and she felt the bitter taste of acid as she threw up on the floor.
Oh,
Fluttershy
God.
continued on, undeterred. Her voice
Is that-
more eager than ever.
That is file, actually. File.
Pinky,
As
you'll
in
love this.
from the liver.
I know you will. This is my latest masterpiece. It's absolutely stunning. It was meant for you as a special gift.
Fluttershy
Pinky
is
stumbled,
disturbing.
her mind trying to regain control of her legs. She had to flee. She had to get out, whatever it took. Slowly,
It's too
she
late.
turned around and found herself running. She could barely see in the darkness, but her legs carried her like the wind, past the alcoves of horror back towards the stairs. The door came at her
It's
in the darkness,
already
and
too
she scrambled at
late.
it to no avail. Crying, she threw herself against the barrier. She wanted to get out. This wasn't funny. This wasn't beautiful.
No.
She heard the little clip-clop as the yellow Pegasus landed
Clip-clop.
behind her.
Oh my
She
God.
fell down and hid her face under her hooves, closing her
Oh.
eyes tightly.
No, I don't want to see. Let me go. I don't need to see. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. I'll say anything. Just let me go. I don't need to see.
Fluttershy struck a hoof
It's
against the stone
payback,
floor.
Fluttershy, with the
Disappointed,
cupcakes.
Pinky. I show you my most treasured work, my greatest collection, and you...
Pinky felt herself unwillingly turning to face the Pegasus. She didn't want to. She wanted to get out. She never wanted to see a butterfly again in
You're
all of
f-
her life.
You're
Her
trapped.
eyes met Fluttershy's, and her heart sank.
Fluttershy, I mean,
You
Pinkie
hurt
Pie
me
did.
deeply, Pinky. But I know you
Fluttershy-
didn't need
they
to.
did. Pinkie Pie did
Now come.
have Fluttershy.
When you see my
Butterflies near
latest
her.
work,
One
I know
episode.
you'll understand.
Once more, Pinky felt herself following, unable to resist. Once more,
Come on,
past
Pinky,
the
you be
vistas of rotting,
exciting.
crawling flesh.
Not really,
Fluttershy
but
paused up ahead,
who?
waiting
You don't
patiently.
know. It could be
Her
fun.
deep cyan eyes were shining through the darkness. Pinky couldn't escape their command.
No.
She wanted to close hers. She didn't want to look.
It looks like
But
the pictures are
with
moving.
every step, she got closer to Fluttershy, closer to whatever horror the Pegasus considered her latest masterpiece. A gift? Pinky stopped in front of Fluttershy. Her mind fought against the compulsion to look up at the alcoves. Yet, inch by inch, her head turned as if pulled by an invisible force.
Oh,
Pinky sat down heavily with a silent shriek of agony. No,
thank you.
this
Visible
wasn't
force?
real. It
It's
couldn't be.
very real.
Fluttershy smiled at her.
I know you were very close, so I wanted her to be here for you. She was dear to me too, you know. Sometimes I was a little jealous, but now I'm just so happy for you.
It's Flush.
Pinky
It's Pink.
couldn't
It's
take
the
her eyes
Pinky.
away. She
down the
felt her
hatch.
heart break into a
No,
thousand little pieces.
Something's growing inside Pinky.
No, not my Dashi.
The pale blue Pegasus with the rainbow-striped mane stared back at Pinky with empty eyes. A look of complete and
Talk about
indescribable
parallel
terror
universe.
and agony written across her once beautiful face.
She's truly a wonder, isn't she? Not a wonderbolt, sadly enough, but she could never leave you anyway. It was a perfect explanation for her disappearance, of course.
You killed
It's easy
Rainbow
enough for me to
Dash.
write those letters
You
sent me.
killed fucking Rainbow
Pinky
Dash.
recalled the
How
acceptance
could
letter from the
you?
Wonderbolts, the letters from Rainbow Dash that followed, so proud and full of joy, and the promise that they would soon be together again. She cried. It was too much for her to bear.
It's too
She
late.
looked up at her beloved Rainbow. A gasp escaped her as the Pegasus' face and wings twitched in the darkness.
Ugh.
She's alive?
She
No.
cried and jumped up. For a fleeting moment, all
She's
she could think about
dead.
was getting her Dashy down and
Very
out of there.
dead.
She'd save her. She'd do something. Fluttershy's voice didn't reach her.
Oh, I think the little ones are about to come out. This is absolutely perfect.
Pinky stomped right in front of Rainbow Dash's body as the first larvae
Even
burst from
Sweetie
the
Belle,
Pegasus
something
empty
is
eye
up!
and
Wow!
blood and
What a
yellow
sound
pus.
effect!
The entire body was writhing with life, little worms visible under the skin. Pinky merely screamed and screamed and screamed.
The worst is to come. Okay, what time is it? Okay, 5 minutes ago. Ooh, what the heck?
Pinky woke up to a bright light above her. A scream immediately escaped her mouth, carried over from what she desperately hoped was a nightmare. It had to be a nightmare. It just had to be.
Please let it be a nightmare.
She knew it wasn't.
It was
It
not
had
a
been
nightmare.
too real. She had to get out. She had to get away. It was the only thought on her mind. She tried to move, but realized she couldn't feel her hind legs. Fluttershy's voice sounded somewhere behind her.
I am so very sorry.
It
but
seems
I
like
couldn't have you running
the
away
butterflies
again.
are
Rainbow
eating
Dash
the
was even
bones.
worse.
Oh,
Pegasus ponies can be so difficult. I had to sever her spine above her wings, you know. I don't like doing
What?
that. It takes some of the experience away. I would prefer not having to sever your spine at all. But you are a naughty pony out there, Pinky. Don't worry, though. You still have your upper body.
Pinky struggled. She could see her legs, but there was no feeling, no response.
because it's
She
broken.
cried.
Please.
Her voice broke, and tears streamed down her face. Fluttershy came up beside her.
You're going
smiling.
to die.
You're about to experience a wonderful transformation, Pinky. Something very few ponies get to experience in life.
She held up a scalpel,
Well done,
carefully
Sweet Belle.
checking the blade.
Most ponies never think about death. They're sheltered
No.
from it by a culture which abhors it and tries to hide its wonders. I saw the light myself only a year ago when I was trotting through the forest.
Pinky continued to struggle and plea.
Forest?
She didn't really listen to
Everything
Fluttershy,
forest, you mean?
but the yellow Pegasus continued anyway, as she considered Pinkie Pie's body.
I came across the body of a pony who had died. Of what I could not tell, but she was lying there in the forest. And I noticed how all the little crawlies of the forest floor had invaded her corpse. I realized what death really means. A transformation, Pinky. Most ponies die and are buried, and they never get to experience that transformation.
Well, the bodies
And no
become
pony
the
else
ground,
sees
don't they? They become the
transformation either,
earth.
Because it all happens down in the grave.
Decompose, I mean.
I wanted to bring the beauty of the transformation of death to the surface. I wanted ponies to experience it. Can't you see? One day, everyone will see and marvel too.
Pinky cried as Fluttershy
You're sick
stood
in the
above her,
head!
holding the scalpel.
I
What?
don't want to experience it. I don't. Please, Fluttershy. Please let me go. It's
It's-
not fun.
It's
Please.
payback, Pinkie
Fluttershy's
Pie.
deep eyes met hers. Pinky felt powerless, helpless, under their gaze.
I love you.
Hush, Pinky.
Hush now, quiet now. It's time to lay your sleepy head.
I hope you agree that it fits you
Hush
well.
now, fly.
It's such a
Yeah.
lovely butterfly. It was very difficult to find in these parts, but I did it for you. I really think it's perfect for you.
Pinkie
Really?
Pie wanted to scream,
Oh, the
but all
picture
she could
is
do was
moving.
helplessly cry.
The picture
as
is
yellow
moving.
Pegasus placed the sharp blade of the scalpel against her tummy.
It's like
Now,
it,
don't worry.
it feels like
You won't feel much.
Fluttershy's eyes going to
Dr.
open
Fluttershy
at the
knows
end.
what she's-
The Pegasus smiled,
Does
her
she?
cyan eyes never straying far from Pinky's, as the blade cut cleanly through her skin
Ooh,
and flesh.
fucking hell.
Pinky breathed heavily as she watched, unable to turn away.
I
She
don't
couldn't
know, this
feel
is
much.
worse than
The blade was
cupcakes.
extremely sharp, but terror gripped her mind and tore at her very being.
It's just the sound effects.
Fluttershy
It's really
smiled,
the sound
her
effects.
deep eyes
sells
holding
it, really.
Pinky paralyzed in place.
I am going to plant the eggs in your intestines. It's warm and cozy there, with plenty of digestive material for them to grow big and strong. Think of it as
Fucking
having
hell,
hundreds,
Fluttershy.
thousands maybe, of little children. Isn't it wonderful? And Rainbow will be there with you. Oh, isn't it perfect? I'm so happy for both of you.
The yellow Pegasus was practically glowing with twisted glee as she clapped her hooves. Fluttershy expertly opened up Pinky's stomach, exposing the intestines.
Yuck!
She had done it so many times now. First on small animals. She knew where and how to cut. Pinkie Pie had passed out. They usually did. Fluttershy smiled and hummed a little tune as she carefully dug her hooves into Pinkie Pie's warm, bloody innards, finding the perfect spot to place the eggs before stitching the party pony back up.
Rest in peace, Pinkie Pie. Rest in peace. Butterflies don't lay eggs. No.
Pinkie Pie woke up with a shriek. Her throat felt like sand.
Well, like bugs,
She'd been
really.
screaming and crying so long. She was hanging from strong chains,
Butter
her
lies.
legs dangling uselessly beneath her like a weight of lead. It was dark, but across the tunnel from her, she could make out Rainbow Dash's decaying body. The Pegasus' face was a living colony of crawling larvae now,
caterpillar.
blood and pus flowing from her mouth and eyes, like streams of red and yellow. Pinkie felt her stomach turn violently as she threw up over herself. She couldn't watch. Her voice was but a whisper. She coughed and looked down the line of stitches grazing her stomach.
Yuck.
She could feel them inside of her, crawling, burrowing slowly into her gut. Or was it her imagination? Soon,
I
it would
don't
all
think
be
it.
too real.
And too
Pinkie Pie
late.
cried quietly in the dark.
Dashy.
I'm sorry, Dash. I'm sorry I never told you that I love you.
Ship. Cupcakes, domestic reading. I've read Cupcakes. I think I've listened to Cupcakes. I think I've listened to the fanfic. I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, that was ba 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 ba. Hi. Okay. Okay, that was Butterflies, MLP fanfic reading Grimdark. Okay. This story, in my opinion, was not too bad, actually. The sound effects... You did? It was my reading. Oh, Cupcakes, you mean? Yeah. Is it the same as, is it the same reading as, is it the same reading as, Lost Narrator's reading? I can't remember. Okay. I think the sound effects really sells it, and the voice acting sells it as well. Especially by Magpie Pony, not Maggie Pony. Sorry, I put him. Really am sorry. It's an old story by the Lost Narrators video readings. She hasn't got much of a raspy voice as she does now because she's voiced. Pinkie Pie sound. Yeah, I heard that Pinkie Pie voice, and it calls Magpie Pony. As stated by Sparrow, butterflies don't lay eggs. But how does the cycle start all over again? I wonder. how did butterflies reproduce, or can they reproduce? And this time it's Fluttershy's leading Pinky into a trap. Normally it's Pinky leading opponent into a trap like Rainbow Dash in Cupcakes. And there's not many stories, I don't know as many stories of Fluttershy being the main antagonist, the main focus in the story. Not compared to with Let Her In or as such. Even that sounds a bit. I couldn't explain. It doesn't make sense. It's cold outside, and it sure is cold. Don't let Fluttershy in. Oh, but the start out slow way, grow into a caterpillar, evolve into. Not sure what happens after that. Yeah. Like the butterfly is the last stage because they like cocoon themselves, don't they? Fluttershy's cocoon themselves. Okay, where was I? I want to see. I really want to see. I don't know why I'm saying this. I've got the horror pony here, Sparrow. I want to see more Grimdarks involving Pinkie Pie, like Pinkie Pie being the main. Not Pinkie Pie. I'll do it again. I want to see more stories. I'm not sure why I'm saying this because we've got Sparrow, the brony of horrors. More stories more Grimdark focus around Fluttershy. Okay, Fluttershy has died in the horribles of death. Gosh. But the other way around, I want more stories with Fluttershy being the main villain as such. Maybe that should be a story for Month for Club. Maybe that should be a Month for Club sort of a fanfic reading. And My Little Amnesia. Okay. But what more? I want more than just one story. I want a collection of stories. Because we got Rainbow Dash as you know, Rainbow Factory. We got Pinkie Pie as Cupcakes. Fluttershy. Rarity's Collection. Applejack. Yeah, I don't know. Sweet Apple Massacre. But Fluttershy is a bit of a grey area because there's not many stories I've heard based around Fluttershy alone. As such. Or the stories, there's more stories in, like for the CMCs, for example. I want to see more stories that's based entirely on Fluttershy and her dark ways. Because I expect she's got very dark ways. There's definitely more I haven't come across. Okay. On another note, I just let you know I do have a pony store or a shop. Let's find out about this shop. Hello and welcome to my new store, Mark Hyder Pony Store. Oh yes, here you can buy some merchandising from me. Oh yes, for example, so I'm cute. This is a Gallop t-shirt. Oh yes, And there's this Gallop t-shirt. It's available in small, medium, large, extra large, 2 extra large, 3 extra large, 4 extra large, and 5 extra large. Oh yes, have Gallop on your chest. Made from 100% cotton, and these are all the specs. Do you want a Gallop iPhone case? Here you can get it right from my store. This is a Gallop iPhone case. I believe that is for 6, I believe, or 5, not 5, 6, I think. Or perhaps you want is a Gallop mug. Here we got a new design of Gallop Crush as a sea pony. For the full list from the store, click in the video description. Oh yes. Yes, that was my pony shop. Yeah, and you can buy stuff from my shop. And if you want to see like more ideas where Gallop or a picture will be in the shop, let me know. Okay. Overall, it was a good story. The sound effects, I coped with it. I already had food. I got a very strong stomach. I know this is an old story. I know it's an old reading by the lost narrator. If there was a way of, if someone like redid it, for example, I'll probably put more visuals in the story, like more pictures, because overall those only 2 pictures for the whole story. It would, in my opinion, it might be good if there was a slightly about 2 more pictures, at least of the Pinkie Pie in agony. But I understand it is an old story, but if there was more pictures, it could. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's like if there was more pictures to go by, it would have been good as well. But I did. It was not. It was an okay story. It's not for the faint-hearted, and if you don't like bugs in general, I would recommend you listen to this story as such. You're still quite new to the Grimdark in the fandom. Yeah, especially if you're new to the dark side, Grimdark side of the fandom. Of course, something like this is gonna churn in size. I have felt that in some of Sparrow's readings. I can't remember which one. But don't get me started on Live a Song, please. Seriously, don't get me started. Because yeah. But don't get me started on a Live a Song, because the sound effects and the acting was like wow. The plot twist at the end, yeah. Find out about the Live song, my reaction, here. Oh, it's that way. Find out about live. Chris's Revenge Part 1. Find about Live song here, and Chris's Revenge also here. Well, hope you like this reaction. Right, overall it was a good story, and I want to see more of these type of stories in the near future. Well, hope you like this reaction and more. I will do it again. Well, hope you like this reaction and all my reaction videos I do, and I will see you. I'll do it again. Thank you for liking it. Well, hope you. That's all I've got time for this reaction. Hope you like this reaction on my reaction video. Hope you like this reaction. Hope you like this reaction on my reaction. Hello. Hope you like this reaction. Hope you like this reaction and all my reactions in the outtake. Hope you like this reaction and all my reaction videos I do, and I will see you next time. Oh, yes. Okay, stop the recording. Okay, we're still live. I'm just going to take questions if you've got any. I mean, 5 viewers. Okay. Oh, dear. Shout out with a hashtag. That's not a shout out. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this live stream. Hopefully, I'll see you later on. Yes, you are late to the party. Okay. Yeah, you are late to the story, but you can re-watch it, or as its raw form, or when I do edit of the main story or the main reaction. Yes. Thanks for your time, everybody, and we'll see you next time.